Perhaps the most mind-boggling aspect of flat Earth theory is the scale of conspiracy it would require. If Earth were actually flat, it would mean that virtually every government, scientific institution, university, aerospace company, and navigation service in the world has been part of a coordinated deception for centuries. This conspiracy would need to include millions of people across every nation, including countries that are enemies with each other. Scientists in Russia, China, the United States, and every other country would all need to be coordinating to maintain the same lie, despite having completely different political systems and often being in conflict with each other. The conspiracy would extend to every airline pilot, ship captain, and navigator in the world. These professionals use Earth's spherical navigation systems daily and would immediately notice if the planet were actually flat. Their training, equipment, and daily experience all depend on Earth being spherical. Educational institutions worldwide would need to be part of the conspiracy, teaching false physics, false astronomy, and false geology to billions of students. This would require coordinated deception across every level of education in every country, maintained consistently for generations. The most impossible aspect of this conspiracy is that it serves no apparent purpose. Unlike other conspiracy theories that at least propose some motivation for deception, flat Earth theory can't explain why anyone would want to hide the planet's true shape or what benefit such a massive deception would provide. The scientific evidence for Earth's spherical shape is overwhelming and comes from dozens of independent sources that flat Earth theory cannot explain. This evidence has been accumulating for over 2,000 years and comes from multiple scientific disciplines. Gravitational evidence is perhaps the strongest proof. We can measure gravity's strength and direction at any point on Earth's surface, and these measurements consistently show gravity pulling toward Earth's center, exactly as expected for a spherical planet. On a flat Earth, gravity measurements would show completely different patterns. Seismic evidence from earthquakes provides direct information about Earth's internal structure. Earthquake waves travel through Earth's interior, and their behavior confirms that our planet has a spherical core, mantle, and crust. These seismic waves couldn't travel as they do through a flat disk structure. Photographic evidence from space provides direct visual confirmation of Earth's spherical shape. Thousands of photographs from hundreds of different missions, taken by dozens of different space agencies and companies, all show the same spherical Earth. This evidence would be impossible to fake consistently across so many independent sources. Astronomical evidence includes the behavior of Earth's shadow during lunar eclipses, which is always circular regardless of the time or angle of the eclipse. Only a spherical object can cast a circular shadow from every angle. A flat disk would cast different shadow shapes depending on its orientation. If we could somehow create a magically stable flat Earth that defied the laws of physics, daily life would be surreal beyond imagination. The most basic activities we take for granted would become complex challenges. Travel would be a nightmare because distances would be completely distorted. Using flat Earth maps, flights between southern hemisphere locations would take impossibly long times because they would need to travel around the outer edge of the disk rather than taking the shortest route across a sphere. Communication would be limited because radio waves behave differently over flat surfaces than curved ones. Long-distance radio communication, which currently uses Earth's curvature and atmospheric layers to bounce signals around the globe, would be severely limited on a flat planet. Seasonal variations would be so extreme that agriculture would be nearly impossible. The temperature differences between the center and edges of the flat Earth would be so dramatic that growing seasons would vary wildly across relatively short distances. Construction and engineering would need to account for the varying gravitational angles across the planet's surface. Buildings would need to be designed differently in each region to compensate for gravity pulling at different angles, making standardized construction techniques impossible. Weather prediction would be nearly impossible because atmospheric systems would be so chaotic and unpredictable. The extreme pressure and temperature gradients would create weather patterns unlike anything we currently understand. Understanding what a flat Earth would actually be like makes us appreciate the incredible precision of our real, spherical planet. Earth's spherical shape isn't just scientifically correct, it's the only configuration that makes life possible. Our planet's rotation creates the day-night cycle that regulates global temperatures and drives atmospheric circulation. The spherical shape ensures that gravity works consistently everywhere, allowing for stable atmospheric pressure, predictable ocean currents, and reliable weather patterns. Earth's tilt and orbital mechanics create our seasonal cycles, which drive biological processes and enable the complex ecosystems that support life. These mechanisms would be impossible on any other planetary configuration. The magnetic field generated by our rotating spherical planet protects us from deadly solar radiation and cosmic rays. This protection would be impossible to maintain around a flat disk structure. Even seemingly simple phenomena like time zones, which allow global coordination and communication, depend entirely on Earth being a sphere. The gradual progression of day and night across our planet is only possible because we live on a rotating sphere. So what would happen if Earth were actually flat? The answer is simple. We wouldn't exist to ask the question. A flat Earth would be physically impossible, climatically catastrophic, and biologically sterile. The very fact that we're here, having this conversation, is proof that our planet is spherical. The flat Earth theory, while persistent in some communities, represents a fundamental misunderstanding of physics, astronomy, and the scientific method. Every aspect of our daily lives, from the weather we experience to the technology we use to the very air we breathe, depends on Earth being a sphere. But perhaps there's something valuable in considering the impossible. By understanding why a flat Earth couldn't work, we gain a deeper appreciation for the incredible cosmic coincidences and physical laws that make our spherical world not just possible, but perfect for life. Our spherical Earth isn't just a random configuration. It's the result of billions of years of cosmic evolution, gravitational physics, and planetary formation processes that have created the only known habitable world in the universe. We live on a miracle of cosmic engineering, and the evidence for that miracle is all around us, every single day. The next time someone suggests the Earth might be flat, remember what you've learned here. Our spherical world isn't just scientifically accurate, it's the only reason any of us are alive to contemplate the cosmos at all. Isn't it amazing that we live on the one planetary configuration that makes life, consciousness, and wonder possible? Now I'm going to leave you with a short video that dives into the flat Earth theory, told with a touch of sarcasm, because let's be honest, sometimes the best way to understand a topic this serious is by having a little fun with it. Enjoy the video. So, here we are again. Another day. Another bold claim from the corners of the internet that science is lying and NASA is just a CGI studio. Yep, we're talking about the ever-entertaining, ever-headache-inducing theory that the Earth is flat, not oval, not pear-shaped. Definitely not a giant sphere spinning in space at 1,000 miles per hour. Nope, flat. Like a pancake, or a pizza, or their understanding of physics. Today, we're diving into the top 5 proofs flat earthers love to shout about. And we're going to graciously, sarcastically, thoroughly explain why each of these proofs is about as solid as a marshmallow trampoline. First, if the Earth were round, we'd see the curve. Oh, this one's a classic. Flat earthers love pulling out pictures of the horizon and saying, "Look, it's flat. There's no curve. Checkmate. Globe heads." Right. Because your iPhone camera from the beach definitely has the power of a $10 million satellite. Let's break it down. The Earth is roughly 25,000 miles around. That's pretty big. The curvature is only about 8 inches per mile. So when you're standing at sea level, your eyes can only see about 3 miles out before the curve starts hiding things. If you want to actually see the curve, get higher. Airplane? Yep. Some pilots have seen the curve with their naked eyes. Weather balloons? The footage is out there. Better yet, hop on a SpaceX ride and tell us all about it. Flat Earthers also love to forget that ships disappearing hull first over the horizon is a thing. It's not a magic trick. It's physics. Conclusion. You don't see the curve, not because it's not there, but because the Earth is massive and you are not. 2. Water always finds its level. This is their go-to catchphrase. Say it loud enough and it starts sounding like science. They argue that since water settles flat in a cup, lake, or pool, that means the Earth can't be curved. Well, guess what? The surface of large bodies of water does conform to the Earth's curvature. It's not flat. It follows gravity. And what is level anyway? Level means perpendicular to gravity, not flat in the Minecraft sense. Here's the fun part. If the Earth were flat, gravity would pull straight down to the center. That would cause water to pile up in the middle of oceans and spill off the edges. So either gravity is lying, or your understanding of it is. Hint, it's the second one. Also, gravity's not a myth. You're not floating right now, are you? 3. Planes don't dip their noses. Flat Earthers say pilots don't constantly angle the plane's nose downward to match the Earth's curve. So the Earth must be flat. Cool. Let's unpack that. A plane traveling around the Earth is like a tiny ant crawling on a giant beach ball. The ant doesn't feel like it's going downhill, right? Planes don't need to dip their noses because gravity and aerodynamics naturally keep the plane aligned with the Earth's surface. Modern airplanes auto-correct their pitch constantly. If they didn't, you'd either nosedive or end up in space drinking zero-G coffee. Pilots literally train for this. But sure, random guy on YouTube cracked aviation in his mom's basement. Got it. 4. NASA is faking everything with CGI. And here it comes. All space missions are fake. The moon landing was filmed on a Hollywood set. That picture of Earth? Photoshop. Sure, NASA, with its budget being 0.5% of the US federal budget, has secretly fooled every scientist on Earth for over 50 years. Meanwhile, private companies like SpaceX, Blue Origin, and countries like Japan, India, and the UAE are all apparently in on it too. Because, Kaide. Babal Spasei Also, about those Earth photos. Yes, some are composites, because satellites take photos in sections. It's like saying Google Maps is fake because you see tiles loading one by one. And for those who say astronauts are hanging on wires, brother, we have astronauts live streaming from space. One sneezed on camera once. Explain that with wires. 5. Antarctica is a giant ice wall. Yes. According to flat Earth lore, Antarctica isn't a continent. It's a giant ice wall surrounding the entire flat disk world. Like something out of Game of Thrones, except with fewer dragons and more bad science. They claim no one can explore it because it's forbidden. Fact check. You can visit Antarctica. There are research stations, cruises, even marathons. Seriously, people run marathons there, willingly. And no, there's no ice wall hiding the edge of the world. There's just ice and penguins and scientists who are very confused by these conspiracy theories. Bonus round. Why do people believe this stuff? It's easy to mock, but let's be real for a second. Conspiracy theories thrive in places where trust in institutions is low, and misinformation spreads faster than common sense. Some folks just want to feel like they know something the sheeple don't. But science isn't out to trick you. It's not a club you get into by memorizing secret passwords. It's a method. It's curiosity. It's looking at evidence even when it's inconvenient. And let's be honest, the real world with planets, black holes, wormholes, and billions of galaxies is way cooler than a cosmic dinner plate. Final thoughts. So, is the Earth flat? Nope. We've known it was round since the ancient Greeks. They noticed ships disappearing over the horizon and different stars being visible from different places. We've sent satellites, probes, astronauts, and selfies into space. They all say the same thing. The Earth is round. Get over it. But hey, if you still want to believe we're living on a flat disk, surrounded by an ice wall and watched by lizard people, at least admit it makes a good Netflix pitch.